Savannah Chrisley reveals if she'd return to Special Forces. Hello everyone, welcome back to my another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Savannah Chrisley has revealed if she would return to Special Forces. World's toughest test. She was on the show at one point. However, her time there did not last long when she decided to leave. Fans have been wondering if she would ever return. Well, she has revealed the answer. Keep reading to find out more. Savannah Chrisley drops out of competition early. Savannah Chrisley was on Special Forces. World's toughest test. The show takes your favorite TV stars and puts them through the toughest challenges mentally and physically. However, Savannah dropped out during the third episode. She was not comfortable there. Her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, are in federal prison and were when she went on the show. However, she is the legal guardian of her two younger siblings, Chloe and Grayson. So when she was on the show, all she could think about was getting back to her siblings. This is what she did, and fans were shocked that she gave up. I was like, all right, I showed up, I did what I could, and life is so short. Do I really want to spend another 5 days or however long in this environment, or am I ready to get home? I wanted to be with the kids. I wanted to visit my parents. Would she ever return to Special Forces? Savannah Chrisley has revealed if she would return to Special Forces. I said I wish they would do a reunion season of bringing different people from different seasons together. Oh, I would. I would go back in a heartbeat, because now I know what to expect. Now that Savannah knows what to expect, she would love to go and compete again. However, there is no word of a reunion season using people from previous seasons. That does not mean it could not happen in the future. Savannah is currently doing better than she ever has. However, she is still trying to get her parents out of prison. It seems as though Savannah would love to return to the show. She now knows what to expect, so she is more ready than ever. However, there has not been a reunion season yet. That may be in the cards for the future. However, fans do enjoy watching their favorite celebrities go through these hard challenges. What do you think about her potential return to Special Forces? World's toughest test? Could you see her doing good next time? Sound off in the comments below. Savannah Chrisley reveals if she'd return to Special Forces. Savannah Chrisley has had quite the public journey. From her upbringing in the spotlight as the daughter of reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley, to her time in the fiercely competitive world of Special Forces. World's toughest test. Savannah's life has been a series of unexpected turns. The reality TV personality and entrepreneur is known for her poise, her entrepreneurial spirit, and her willingness to dive headfirst into challenges, whether they be on screen or in her personal life. But when it comes to her time on Special Forces, one of the most physically demanding and emotionally draining shows she's been a part of, Savannah has a lot to reflect on. The Special Forces signed up for Special Forces. World's Toughest Test, a show that pushes celebrities to the extreme limits of their physical and mental endurance. She was no stranger to pressure. However, even with her background in the spotlight and experience with television production, Special Forces was a different beast. The show is known for its grueling military-style training, where celebrities undergo extreme physical and mental tests meant to simulate the real-life conditions of elite Special Forces soldiers. Think of it as the ultimate survival of the fittest reality TV challenge, but with a twist. The participants aren't professional athletes or soldiers. They're stars from various walks of life, from acting to sports to social media. For Savannah, the experience was both eye-opening and transformative. From the very beginning, it was clear that this wasn't just another reality competition. The intense physical challenges, like crawling through mud, carrying heavy objects, and enduring sleep deprivation, tested every inch of her endurance. The emotional toll was just as harsh. The mental strain of pushing through, facing fears, and learning to trust others in such a vulnerable, high-pressure environment was difficult. But Savannah, always determined, didn't give up. Her resilience became one of her most talked-about qualities during her stint on the show. The competition wasn't just about completing tasks. It was about overcoming personal boundaries and confronting fears. For Savannah, who had been through a lot of personal and family challenges at the time, this experience was more than just a TV appearance. It was a chance to prove to herself that she could endure, grow, and adapt, no matter how hard things got. The decision to leave. But despite the immense physical and emotional rewards, Special Forces also came with its fair share of challenges. At some point, Savannah made the difficult decision to step away from the competition. The intensity of the tasks, combined with the exhaustion and emotional toll, was overwhelming. She had pushed her body and mind to the brink, and for her, it felt like the right time to bow out. Leaving wasn't easy. There was a sense of unfinished business, and many fans were disappointed to see her go. But Savannah made it clear that it wasn't a decision made lightly. It's not about quitting, she said in an interview after her departure. It's about knowing when you've given everything you can, and when it's time to step back and take care of yourself. It was the hardest thing I've ever done, but I think I've learned a lot about my limits. Returning to Special Forces. The big question. Now the big question on everyone's mind is, would Savannah Chrisley ever consider returning to Special Forces? Would she go back and face the brutal challenges again? In a recent interview, Savannah opened up about the possibility, and her answer was surprisingly nuanced. On one hand, Savannah admitted that the experience was one of the hardest things she's ever done, but she also acknowledged the value in what she learned. I've never been more tested in my life, but in a weird way, I think it gave me the most growth. I'm proud of how far I made it, but would I do it again? I don't know. It was one of those things where you realize how strong you really are. And I'm not just talking about physically. It tests your heart, your mind, and your soul. When asked directly whether she'd ever return to Special Forces, Savannah was hesitant, but she didn't completely rule out the possibility. I wouldn't say no, she confessed, but I think it would depend on where I am in my life at that moment. Right now, I'm focused on my business and my family. But who knows? Maybe down the road, I'll feel like I'm ready to take on that challenge again. I think everyone deserves the chance to prove to themselves what they're capable of, and I've already done that once. Maybe I'll be in a different space mentally and emotionally next time, and I'd be more prepared for the journey. Savannah also admitted that if she did return, she would likely approach the challenge with a different mindset. I think if I came back, I'd have a different perspective. When I first went in, I didn't fully understand what I was getting myself into. Now I know, and maybe I'd be able to prepare myself better, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. The growth since her departure. Since her time on Special Forces, Savannah has continued to focus on personal growth. She has become a more vocal advocate for mental health, sharing her own struggles with self-doubt, anxiety, and the pressures of living in the public eye. It's clear that her journey on Special Forces played a major role in shaping her outlook. You don't always have to be perfect. You don't have to be the strongest, the fastest, or the toughest. It's about pushing through when you want to quit. And it's about being kind to yourself in the process, Savannah reflected. That's something I really took away from Special Forces. The idea that strength is about resilience, not just brute force. This new perspective has influenced Savannah's approach to her business ventures and her personal life. She's been able to channel the lessons she learned into her professional work and her role as a mentor for young women. And while she may not be ready to jump back into the physical rigors of Special Forces, she continues to use the lessons from that experience in everything she does. Fans and public reception. Despite her early departure, Savannah remains one of the most beloved contestants from Special Forces. Fans admired her ability to push through the hardest parts of the competition, and many expressed their respect for her decision to leave when it was no longer in her best interest. The public has continued to support her, praising her for her honesty, vulnerability, and commitment to personal growth. It was honestly inspiring to watch her go through that journey. One fan tweeted after her departure, "She's so much more than just a reality TV star. She's someone who pushes herself and teaches us all a valuable lesson about strength and perseverance." Another fan added, "Savannah proved that sometimes stepping away is just as important as pushing forward. It's all about knowing your limits." This kind of feedback has reinforced Savannah's belief in the importance of self-care and personal boundaries. She has spoken openly about how fan support helped her stay grounded and focused during her time on the show, and she's grateful for the opportunity to inspire others, even in her moments of vulnerability. The future. What's next for Savannah Chrisley? While returning to Special Forces is not something Savannah is actively pursuing at the moment, it's clear that she's not slowing down anytime soon. In fact, the future looks bright for Savannah as she continues to build her brand, expand her business ventures, and use her platform for advocacy and empowerment. Whether it's through her social media presence, her podcast, or her work with organizations that promote mental health and wellness, Savannah is finding ways to channel her experience into something meaningful. "I think the world is full of challenges," she shared in a recent interview. "And whether or not I choose to go back to Special Forces, I'm always going to keep challenging myself. Life is about growth, and that's what I'm focused on. Wherever that takes me, I'm ready." For now, fans will continue to watch as Savannah grows, both personally and professionally. Whether or not she ever returns to Special Forces, one thing is clear. Savannah Chrisley is someone who never backs down from a challenge. She just knows when to pivot and embrace the next chapter. As for whether she would ever return to Special Forces, Savannah's answer remains open-ended. But one thing is for sure. If she does, the journey will undoubtedly be just as transformative as the first time around. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.